I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to Clarborough Vicarage. I'm sorry I can't be with you in person, but I have been thinking about you all and hoping that you're all staying well. Now, some of you might be in school and some of you might be at home. And we've had a lot of spare time because we've not been able to do the visiting that we have been doing in the past. It's given me lots of spare time to actually do something I really enjoy doing: cooking. Now, there are lots of ways we can get new recipes. We can go online on the internet and find them, or we can look in a recipe book, or another way is to actually use a book of recipes that we've put together ourselves. This is my recipe book, and in it are lots and lots of different recipes that my mum's perhaps given me or that I've collected from everywhere, and snippets from magazines or whatever. Let me tell you one or two of them. Here we go. How about Easter biscuits, or Millionaire's caramel shortbread, walnut and coffee fudge cake, chocolate mud pie, key lime pie, all these lovely things. Have you worked out what they've all got in common? Well, they're all puddings. I've got a very sweet tooth. Now, just a moment, I just need a drink because it's very thirsty work actually, all this chatting with you. That's better. Do you know, our mind, our brains can't work out the difference between whether we're feeling hungry or feeling thirsty. And sometimes if we actually feel like we want something to snack or we want something to eat, having a drink of water can be just as good. Now then, I wonder if there's something that you've tried, something new that you've tried to eat, or somebody's cooked a new recipe. Could have been something sweet or some biscuits or whatever. Just pause for a moment and spend a little while chatting with the person that you're with about what you've actually had, your favourite, perhaps what's been successful and good, or what's been a bit of a failure. Have you shared some good ideas? Well, I hope that there have been some nice moments for you as well. Well, I'll have another drink. Oh, hang on a minute. I must have picked up the wrong bottle. Look at this. This is horrible. It's like got all sticks and swirly things in it, and yuck, it's not very nice at all. I can't drink that. But you know what? Sometimes my mind is like that, with all things swirling round in it, and things that aren't clear anymore, and things that I might be worried about or might be scared of, and even I can sometimes not even want to go to sleep because I'm scared of something or worried about something. It's times like that when we are told in the Bible that we shouldn't worry and that we shouldn't be upset. In actual fact, 365 times in the Bible we're told not to worry. That's one for every day of the year. When I'm feeling upset and when I'm worried, God reminds me not to keep it to myself, but to share it. And I can share it with people who love me. More importantly, I can share it with God in my prayers. I want to read you a story from the Bible now that tells us about a time when Jesus' disciples were upset and they were scared. The story takes place on Easter Day. Now, that was an amazing day when Jesus came alive again, but the disciples weren't too sure what had happened. Well, that night, on Easter night, Jesus came to see his special friends. They were in a room talking, and the door was locked, and suddenly Jesus was there. The disciples were very scared. They thought that Jesus was a ghost. "Don't be afraid," Jesus said. "Look, it is me. Touch me. I'm real." And he even ate some supper with them. No one was frightened after that. It was the happiest day ever. The disciples had hidden themselves away because they were scared of the Roman authorities, the ones who had actually said that Jesus had got to be put to death. They were scared, but just when they were too frightened even to move out of the house, something special happened. The unexpected came. Jesus came and stood and was with them. Now, remember that bottle that was all turbulent and that had got all those bits floating in it? Well, over time, look, it's separated out and it's starting to look a little bit clearer. That's what happens when we share the things that we're worried about, the things that we're scared of. Things start to become much clearer. Now, I want to finish with a prayer. And if you want my prayer to be your prayer, join in with the Amen at the end. Let's talk to God. Dear Lord, thank you for giving us food to eat and clothes to wear. Thank you for giving us friends. Help us not to worry about things. Help us always to have courage to speak to someone when we're facing difficulties. Help us to be good listeners. Thank you that you promise to be with us throughout our lives. Amen. And now, just before I go, I want to offer you a final blessing. That's for you, for your teachers, for all those who you share your home with. Jesus said, "My peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you. Not as the world gives do I give." May God's peace be with you, with everyone you love, now and forevermore. Amen.
Do not be afraid, for I have redeemed